I am a wrestling coach in Iowa, mother of 4. I voted conservative. The craziest thing has happened to me a few weeks ago, and I really feel the need to share it from the position of a very pissed off conservative Christian woman. I almost died because I was denied medical care here in Iowa after being diagnosed with a fatal fetus. So my baby was not going to make it. There was no chance of it. We got multiple opinions. No chance. Shortly after that, my health started to rapidly decline, and I was not able to seek care in a timely manner or nearly at all. I was told to miscarry at home or wait it out or ask Google what to do when I asked where could I go for a resolution to my problem. So I had a fetus in me that's poisoning me from the inside out. I have 3 healthy, lovely children at home, a business to run, a husband, and I'm not allowed to choose me? Where's the pro-life in that? Pro-life, like, choose me, choose the mother. We're completely forgetting the mother in this situation. At no point should a dying fetus have more precedence in a healthcare system over a healthy mother who's contributing positively to society. Like, my God.
There it is. I knew she was going to get there. And not just because I've already watched the video, obviously. If only someone had made this argument over and over and over again. If only there were people that were screaming from the fucking mountaintops, hey, what about an exception for the life of the mother? You think she didn't hear that? You think that she didn't hear those arguments during the discourse? At no point did that make it to her fucking brainwave. Of course it did. But that last little bit, a contributing member of society, tells you everything you need to know. They think, in their minds, I'm convinced they think that abortion is the number 1 method of birth control for welfare queens. That's what they're thinking. We're not going to get into the discussion over the demographic of the actual largest group of welfare recipients in the country, but they think it's a different demographic. I'll leave that alone for right now. So when she says productive member of society, contributing member of society, that tells me that she knew about all of this and she thought that those other fucking people are just baby killers. We're not letting them get away with that. They're just going to use the excuse that the life of the mother was at stake. Bullshit. It's just a loophole. They're so used to using loopholes and like being intellectually dishonest and lying about shit all the time that they think when the other side is saying, you guys, you understand that sometimes fetuses die in the mother's fucking womb and they become toxic to the mother and the mother can die. They think that when the other side says that, they're just, saying shit to say it because that's what they do. Oh, Antifa is the biggest terrorist organization and threat to our democracy. How many members? We're still calculating. Then how the fuck did you already do the math to say that they're the largest threat and the largest organization? They just say shit to say it, right? So these morons can't ever be bothered to think about something critically. They can't be bothered to research something. She, like she said, has 3 healthy children. She never saw it happening to her. And notice she called it a fetus. She never thought the fetus would die in her stomach and womb and become toxic to her and potentially threaten her life. She never thought it could happen to her. She was happy for other people to suffer so that she could die on the hill of being pro-life, not thinking about what the fuck that actually means in practice. These people cannot ever be bothered to think about something that doesn't personally affect them or hasn't already personally affected them. This woman is a woman who was still procreating and never once fucking thought it could happen to her. They can't think. They don't learn. And then when it does happen to them, they go on national television. This is now national news because it happened to me. You guys, I'm white. I'm white and I'm conservative. What do you mean I have to go to Google? I'm white and I'm conservative and I have 3 children. With, by the way, an Eastern European immigrant with a very thick accent. The rest of that clip shows the father. The right kind of immigrant, right? I'm white I'm a conservative and the hospital told me to deal with it myself. What do you mean they're not going to try to save my life? I mean, I could understand if it was a black person or a brown person because they're probably just lying about it. But like me, I'm white. You know that my life is valuable. What do you mean you let me go home and deal with it myself? What do you mean? What do you mean that I might have to suffer the consequences of my vote? That wasn't the deal. I wasn't supposed to ever have to suffer the consequences of my vote. That's the thing. They think that what they're voting for is only for the people that they choose. Hey dummies, they don't care about you either. Conservative or not, you get to suffer too. You are not immune to the consequences of your stupidity. I know that you just wanted your stupidity to be weaponized against people who don't look like you, but that's not how it works. And guess what? It doesn't stop here. Give it a couple of years and maybe they come after your husband. Although he comes from the right kind of country for our president. I don't know, maybe he gets tangled up in the system when he eventually and statistically probably commits a domestic battery. Anyway, I cannot be bothered to give a single shit about this situation. Maybe if she was contrite, maybe if she understood or expressed in any way that she regretted her vote, but the entitlement was just oozing from her. She was only indignant because it affected her. And I guarantee you, if she gets wind of this happening to somebody else, she'll deny its veracity. She'll be skeptical that it's real. Her thing was real. Her medical emergency was real. But I mean, that's really rare. Anytime anyone else says it happened to them, they were lying because they just love to kill babies.